In this constantly changing world, life and personal values seem more than a little unstable. Just when you think you have it all figured out, then everything changes. Sometimes life can seem overwhelming. Well, the good news is you can change your life. You have within you the power to learn how to flow with the changes and smooth out the bumps of life. You can experience the joy, peace, health, and abundance you deserve. You were created to be happy and productive. That urge to grow and express yourself was put there for a reason. Learn the spiritual principles that can help you not just to survive, but thrive in this changing world. At Unity, we'd like to help you do just that.
Imagine a spiritual path that honors the universal truths in all religions, that sees we are all one. Imagine a movement that respects each person's right to choose their spiritual path. Imagine a spiritual movement that empowers and unites rather than divides. This is Unity. For more than a century, Unity has offered a positive, practical, and progressive approach to understanding and applying the teachings of Jesus and other spiritual masters.
Welcome to the Unity of Chicago South Beyond Wall Spiritual Community Sunday Celebration live stream. We are simultaneously live streaming on various platforms. Previous celebrations are available on YouTube at Unity OCS. Thank you for bringing your consciousness to this space.
Welcome to today's reading. We look forward to researching and bringing you readings from various past and current Unity materials and other spiritual sources. We hope that you will find upliftment as well as practical application that will enhance your life experience in a positive way. Thank you for your presence.
Grow along with your good. Flow along with your good. From the Unity booklet. Messages you need to hear. If you have any feelings of stress or strain about anything in your life, your work, your home, your family, your health, your finances, take this thought and rest in it. Relax in it. I flow along with my good. I grow along with my good. Most of our problems arise from our trying too hard to work things out, trying to make persons and situations conform to our idea of how things should be. It is surprising how quickly problems are dissolved once we are able to let go of them and trust God to work in and through us to bring about good. Many times we set up resistance in ourselves. We do not like the idea of change. We want to keep things as they are, and yet something in us isn't satisfied. We want our life to be richer and fuller. When you say to yourself, I flow along with my good, I grow along with my good, think of yourself as wholly receptive to all of God's blessings, as completely non-resistant to your good, as welcoming new ideas, new ways, new life. To flow along with your good is to feel yourself a part of the living stream of God, to know that effortlessly and easily you go from good to good, that you are sustained and upheld by the current of divine love and power. You grow along with your good as you think of yourself as a child of God, as you think of yourself as learning and growing every moment of your life. You live in a climate of growth as you live in the presence of God, as you feel yourself surrounded and enfolded by the unchanging good of God. We need not and should not outline how our good is to come or limit ourselves by praying too specifically. We only need to grow in our faith, to grow in our understanding, to know that God's good plans and purposes are being unfolded in us and through us under divine law. During the times when we seem to be standing still or even going backward, let us not lose heart. Then, more than ever, our need is to let God do its perfect work, to trust it to bless, to heal, to prosper, to make all things right.
Everywhere I look, I see God in everything. Deep inside and all around me, God in everything. I can feel it in my beating heart, God in everything. It's in every breath of life I take, God in everything. Everywhere I look, I see God in everything. Deep inside and all around me, God in everything. It's in every stranger's face I see God in everything. Brothers, sisters, family are we, God in everything. Everywhere I look, I see God in everything. Deep inside and all around me, God in everything. Mountain, valley, lake and stream, God in everything. All creation, beautiful and free, God in everything. God in everything. There's a friend who will always care for me every hour of my life.
Elimination. There is a process. And welcome to our world of energies. For we must remember we have the power of eliminating that which no longer is beneficial to our growth. The most beautiful gift of spirit within is to recognize that we all have the gift to discern. We have been created with a fantastic system designed to manage our emotional life flow.
Our bodies are always dealing with intake and elimination. However, there is a process of activation aligned with thought, utilizing our brain to become invested with procedures and methods needed to open free will access to consciousness. The practice of learning to take a comprehensive look at the issue is important. Try and see a replacement after elimination by utilizing affirmations, meditation, and study of the innate system will help to accomplish our intentions. As we move through our pathway of life, learning to make corrections associated with actions no longer intended, we begin to better understand the meaning of elimination. When we find ourselves experiencing these kind of circumstances that require resolve and that may appear impossible, we are often forced to make decisions that may cause discomfort or even a painful expression. We make a choice of what is necessary to eliminate. The issue that is the causation, or we may choose to embrace the cause itself and resist the opportunity to conquer the storm. Awaken to the inner gift of power to embrace the encounters of life. Awaken to move higher than brain energy to welcome higher consciousness, which will assist with appropriate movement to address all of our needs. Therefore, when elimination is needed, remember celestial energies are created from our source of creation to assist humanity with free will connections to the higher self. We were given this power to learn how to acquaint ourselves with this bigger part of us. This is who we are. So let's begin utilizing this divine inner strength for the purpose of eliminating excessive baggage that no longer serves us. When we allow buildup of intake to take place, we have given time for settlement of what is necessary and removal of what is no longer needed as it becomes waste. If we don't let go, we become infected to the point where we need assistance to make sure we find resolve. Our whole system is made up of all we need to function. Our divine creation is constructed with a cellular system that communicates within from one cell to the other. We are connected to a divine cosmic structure with powerful spiritual interaction. While we know that we try to do it, the universe is patient with our learning process, with many found outcomes and many that lack the same vision. Our ability to utilize consciousness emphasizes our awareness of our inner light, which develops appropriate energy designed for dismissal. It is a blessing, already a blessing, to know to let go of non-beneficial issues that hinder growth. We must continue to manage pain when it interferes forward movement, for it is within our power to see the magnificence on the other side that awaits our dedication and commitment to life, to humanity, and to our world. Be grateful for the grace that accompanies us as we enter new challenges. We also enter new creation with wisdom to become the best that we can be by holding hands with the infusion of God's consciousness. So, as we move forward, let our hearts not be troubled. We are here for a grand purpose, and a grand purpose, even when we're not aware. We are so loved and so covered by a divine will seeking our inspired relationship. So here's to love and loving. We shall keep it moving and learning to let go when necessary. All is well and one with our faith and soul. Until our next meeting, I am Bonnie Thompson.
This is where we pause and ask for your support as it is important to our growth. Please use the information found to my right, or go to unityocs.org/support to provide your financial support. As a major part of the growth of this online spiritual community, we ask that you take this moment to share, follow, repost, and of course financially support our work. Your action helps in our mission to provide universal teachings beyond a traditional walled space. You are instrumental in helping this community as well as those that can benefit from the teachings. We thank you in advance for your support of Unity of Chicago South, the #1 online New Thought spiritual community, streaming live from Chicago. $Unity Chicago South. For those using Cash App. Find us at Unity of Chicago South online at givealifi.com and 1448 East 52nd Street, number 132, Chicago, Illinois 60615. To support by check.
Life be there for me. There's a strength that will always carry me, and it's all inside me. And I know that I'll find my way to the peace
Greetings and welcome to the wonders that only exist in this moment. Thank you for joining us at Unity Chicago South today. Let us center ourselves. Just for today, we will keep our minds filled with possibilities, not obstacles. We will keep our conversations filled with the good we deserve and watch this goodness engulf us. Just for today, nothing will be impossible. I'm Reverend Dr. Stephanie Wilson Coleman, and it is a pleasure to be here today. Today, we are celebrating the spiritual principle elimination or release. My message is intended to be a message of hope, one that will inspire you to rethink what is possible for your life, to inspire you to believe in your inner star to carry you places you have never dreamed possible. Charles Fillmore says, "It is just as necessary that one should learn to let go of thoughts, conditions, and substances in consciousness, body, and affairs when they have served their purpose and no longer need it, as it is that one should lay hold of new ideas and new substances to meet one's daily requirement." The disciple is Thaddeus, and release or elimination means the ability to let go. TruthUnity.net defines elimination as the expulsion of negative thinking, a letting go of old thoughts in order that new thoughts may find a place in consciousness. A healthy state of mind is attained when the thinker willingly lets go of the old thoughts and takes on the new. This is illustrated by the inlet and outlet of a pool of water. The center of renunciation, sometimes called elimination, is in the lower part of the abdomen, and it carries forward the work of elimination of error thoughts from the mind and waste from the body. Cesar Pavese says, "If you want to travel far and fast, travel light. Take off all your envies, jealousies, unforgiveness, selfishness, and fears." We all travel through life with memories, experiences, and stories that serve as the backdrop of our lives. We approach each new encounter carrying an invisible backpack filled with everything we believe we need to successfully navigate through life. And if we took a careful look in our backpacks, we would find an array of things. We would find joyful memories, satisfying aha moments, financial successes, hopes, and dreams. These are packed side by side with sadness, unforgiveness, losses, and fears. And even though our lives are filled with a cornucopia of experiences, we often discount the good and amplify the bad. Psychologists have discovered that in spite of the good things we have accomplished, negative emotions are processed in a different hemisphere in the brain than positive emotions. And because of this, negative emotions require more thinking and more information to resolve. In addition, Professor Roy Baumeister, the co-author of Bad is Stronger Than Good, discovered that bad experiences have more impact on us than good ones. This makes it easy for us to forget the things for which we are grateful. One day, two monks set out for a temple in the valley beyond the woods. While cutting a pathway through the woods, they came across a choppy stream that they needed to cross. There stood by the bank of the stream was a beautiful young maiden dressed in silk. She was clearly at lost as to how to cross without getting muddy and wet. So without thinking twice, the elder monk gestured to pick her up. Shocked, she obliged. He put her over her shoulder and he waded across to the other side. The younger monk, dismayed and uneasy at what he had witnessed, followed in tow. Upon reaching the other side of the bank,
The elder monk put the maiden down gently. The maiden paid her respects and walked on. The monks then continued on their way to the temple. But as they navigated through the forest, the younger monk, still troubled by what he'd seen, asked, "How could you do that? We aren't even supposed to make eye contact with women, let alone pick them up and carry them." Without a thought, the elder monk turned to the younger monk and said, "Oh, are you still carrying her? I put her down when I reached the other side of the stream." And with that, the elder monk turned and continued leading the way through the forest, leaving the younger monk to contemplate his words for the remainder of the journey. The compassion of the elder monk to put the needs of the maiden before his own spiritual practice, and his mental ability to then let go of the fact that he had strayed from the path of his personal commitment without feeling guilty or disappointed, is a lesson for us all. Just as a backpack can become heavy and burdensome, so can the baggage of our lives. See, we carry regrets, mistakes, grudges, old stories that no longer serve us. They weigh us down, and they keep us from fully experiencing the present and embracing the possibilities of the future. Now imagine unzipping this backpack and emptying it piece by piece. With each release, you let go of the past that no longer serves you. Just as you shed the weight of the backpack, you also release burdens of your life. And by unzipping the backpack, remember you are creating space for something new, for something lighter. You're making room for hope, forgiveness, new beginnings, and love. This act of releasing is a powerful symbol of the choices we have in life. I'd like to encourage you to start transforming your life and unpacking your backpack by doing the following. First is unloading the baggage of the past. To unload your baggage, you have to know what you're carrying from the past. So make a list of things that you're carrying from the past. These may include regrets, grudges, old wounds, negative beliefs, and unresolved emotions. Be honest with yourself about what you're holding on to. Be honest with yourself about what you have packed. See, carrying grudges is like eating rat poison and expecting the rat to die. So let go of any grudges that you may be harboring. It doesn't mean that you condone the actions. It means you choose to release the negative energy. And by releasing negative beliefs, after you have identified them from the past, then we replace them with positive, empowering beliefs. And this, of course, can be done through affirmations and self-compassion. The next is new beginnings. I want you to embrace the concept of a fresh start. Accept impermanence. Understand that change is a constant in life. Embrace the idea that every ending is the beginning of something new. And then reflect on the past. Take time to reflect on your past experiences and the lessons you've learned. Acknowledge the value of these experiences in shaping who you are today. And set clear intentions. Define what you want from your fresh start. So, what are your goals, aspirations? What are your desires for the future? Setting clear intentions gives you direction. Then there's positivity. I want you to infuse positivity into your life. Sometimes emotional baggage lingers because we haven't allowed ourselves to feel and express our emotions fully. Give yourself permission to feel, whether that means crying, talking to a therapist, or engaging in creative outlets. Practice mindfulness. Cultivate mindfulness through practices like meditation and deep breathing. These are techniques that can help you stay grounded in the present moment and let go of ruminating on the past. You got to change your conversations. As I say, you cannot outperform your conversations. So constantly having "they did me wrong" conversations is like driving forward, looking in the rearview mirror. You do not have to attend every conversation you're invited to. So change your playmates, playthings, and playgrounds. Practice gratitude. Begin your day by listing things you're grateful for. See, gratitude shifts your focus to the positive aspects of life. 5 good things will change 1 negative experience. So this is an excellent time to start a gratitude journal or a daily miracle journal. List 5 things or more for which you are grateful. And in gratitude, there are no limits. There are no big miracles and there are no small miracles. There is only gratitude. If you start now, in a year, you will have from 365 to 1,825 daily miracles. Positive affirmations. Use positive affirmations to challenge negative self-talk. Repeat statements like "I am capable," "I am worthy," and "I am deserving of happiness." And as I always say, every time you pass a mirror, don't miss the opportunity to say to yourself, "I love you." And as you surround yourself with positivity, I want you to spend time with people who uplift and support you. Limit contact with those who bring negativity in your life. As I say, I think the universe created call waiting so that you don't have to answer the calls that will not cause you to feel good about yourself. You don't have to answer the calls that are negative. Celebrate small wins. Often we wait to celebrate for big things, but I want you to acknowledge and celebrate your achievements, no matter how small. Recognizing your progress infuses positivity and it builds self-confidence. And then there's acceptance, accepting the need for change. Accept that the past is behind you and cannot be changed. Acknowledge that everyone makes mistakes, experiences pain, and faces challenges. It's just a part of the human journey, and it's always going to be a part of the human journey. Find clarity and vision for the future by identifying what matters. When you write down your passion statements for work and life, you know what really matters to you. So these statements aren't maybes, they are must. So what really matters for you? And get quiet. Set aside a few minutes to get quiet and meditate every day, even if it's just 5 minutes. And 5 minutes is actually enough for you to remove any mental chatter and internal distractions that you may be having. And if you're having difficulty still becoming clear, write to get clear. Write a few minutes every morning. If you're experiencing great clarity, write it down. If you can't get clear, write that down too. Sometimes you can write out the distraction and get down to clarity. And when I've written through the distraction and written about the distraction, I have gotten to clarity faster than I could have imagined. We talked about you can't outform your conversations, and you know that when you decide that you're going to have a conversation and it's not going the way that you want it to go, stop that conversation right then. I want you to learn from the past. I want you to analyze your past behaviors and your past patterns. Use your past experiences as sources of wisdom for the future. If nothing else, it will remind you of what not to do. And then forgive yourself. We actually can't forgive ourselves enough. And I don't think we take time to stop to forgive ourselves. So release any guilt or regrets that you may have about something that you're thinking, something that you've eaten, something that you didn't do, not going to the gym, and all those other things that we actually beat ourselves up for. just forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for the mistakes and just make them stepping stones toward growth. Remember, just like the monk, you got to let go of the fact that you've strayed from the path of your personal commitment without feeling guilty or disappointed. And that's a lesson for all of us. And that is your assignment to move forward. I talk about identifying the miracle by creating brag list all the time, because that's one way for us to remind ourselves that we have accomplished great things. Remember that negativity is stronger in our minds than positivity. So you have to have something available to help you remember that you have done wonderful things and that you are a wonderful person. This brag list will remind you that when you're in the midst of any storm, and it will remind you that you are pretty amazing, and that you've already conquered many storms. So when life whispers you cannot withstand the storm, I want you to reply, I am the storm. Now imagining unzipping your backpack piece by piece, and with each release, let go of the past that never serves you. Just as you shed the weight of the backpack, you also release the burdens of your life. Now that your backpacks are lighter, get on board. What's your next step? See, your dream is waiting. Sonia Riccati says, surrender to what is, let go of what was, and have faith in what will be. Let us become still. Just for today, I will trust the power greater than myself to guide and direct my steps. I will seek out that thing that makes my soul smile and take time to appreciate the beauty that surrounds me. I will believe just for today that the universal power is working to shape my world in ways that I cannot begin to imagine. Just for today, I will not be separated from God. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishment the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Namaste. Have a great day and trust your greatness.
Your support is important to our growth. Please use the information found to my right, or go to the UnityOCS.org support tab to provide your financial support. As a major part of the growth of this online spiritual community, we ask that you take this moment to share, follow, repost, and of course, financially support our work. Your action can help our mission to provide universal teachings beyond a traditional walled space. Be instrumental in helping this spiritual community as well as those who can benefit from the teachings. We thank you in advance for your support of Unity of Chicago South, the #1 online New Thought spiritual community, streaming live from Chicago.